Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be explaining you all about the primitive data types in Java. There are 8 primitive data types in Java: byte, int, short, long, float, double, Boolean, and char. I will be explaining all these primitive data types with much detail as possible, and will be showing you code examples on each one of them. Okay, let's get started. First of all, for this example, I will be using the IntelliJ Ultimate IDE. You can use any type of IDE of your choice. So let's get started with this. First of all, I will declare a new class. First go to src, then go to new, then to Java class, and in here I will type a name for my Java class. The name will be my primitives. As you can see, the class has been made. Now here I will type psvm and press tab button to declare the main method for my class. And in the next step, I will be telling you about byte primitive data type. First of all, I will be talking about the byte primitive data type. You can declare byte variable by using byte number 1 and making it equal with a number of your choice. We can put byte number 1 equals 10. And let's print this out and see what we get from this code. You type s out and press tab button and get the system.out.println, and in here you include number 1. The byte number 1 has been included, and let's run this and see what we get. You can use run primitive.main and run this code. As you can see, we got the output. The output is a byte 10. Every byte value has a max number and a min number. Let's see what the min number and the max number of a byte variable. First of all, we type s out and we print byte, capital B byte dot max value. Let's see the output for this. As you can see here, the max value for a byte primitive data type is 127. Next, we'll check its min value. We put a s out and type byte capital B byte dot min value, and let's print this out. And see here that we got the min value for a byte. It's -128. You can use byte numbers within this range of this max value and this min value. Alright, next we will be talking about the int primitive data type. First of all, let's delete all this code. And now I will show you how int is declared in Java. First of all, you type int, then give a name for it like in the other previous instance. We can give it any name that we like. For this instance, I will give it a name as my value and make it equal to a number. Any number can be used of your choice. For this I will be using the number 5. Actually, I was wrong there. You can't use just one number. Any number can't be used. There's a range for the numbers to be used for an int value. Let's check out them right now. First of all, I'll type a. Next up, let's learn the max value and the mean value of an int number. So for this, we'll type another s out and type integer dot max value, and we copy paste this and get the mean value. S out tab integer dot mean value. Okay, let's run this and see the output. First of all, we run it and we got our answer. Let's see. Here, as you can see, the max value for a int is this number that starts with 2, and the mean value for it starts with -2, and you can type only numbers between these two ranges. Next up, let's learn about another primitive data type. This time I'm going to be telling you about short. First of all, let's delete all this code, and for short we type simple as HORT and give a name for our short primitive data type. I'll give it short my val and give it a number. You can give any number between its max value and its mean value. First of all, I'll give a number and run this code. I'll give the number as 56, and now I will run this code. Whoa, that was a mistake. I forgot to put the S out. Okay, let's put S out and press tab, and inside type my val and execute this code. As you can see here, our answer has been declared. Next up, we learn the max value and the mean value for a short variable. First of all, let's print out them. We put S out, press tab and type capital S HORT dot max value, and next, similar to that, we type another S out, and here we type capital SHORT dot mean value, and let's print this out and see the output. As you can see here, we have got our output. The max value short can be 32,767, and the mean value for it is minus 32,768. You can type a short between only these ranges. Next up, let's learn about long. First of all, let's remove all this code and type newly. How to declare long variable? You type simple long and give it a name. You can give it a name like long 1 and declare a number. Let's learn the mean value and the max value of a long variable. First of all, let's print this long one. You type S out and type long one, and let's print this out. As you can see on the console, the output has been given for us. It's 34,333. Oops, I forgot to tell you something very important. First of all, when you declare a long variable, you must put a capital L after the number. It's compulsory to do this. I hope you remember that very well while coding on your own. Now, let's print out the mean value and the max value of a long number. You type S out and type capital L and long dot max value. And after that, another S out goes for the long mean value. Let's print this out and check our output. Here, as you can see, these are the max values. In Java, the primitive data type that can hold the biggest number is the long primitive data type. Now, let's talk about the floating point numbers. First of all, let's remove all this code. Well, what are floating point numbers? As you know, floating point numbers hold numbers which have decimal places. In Java, there are two primitive data types that hold floating point numbers. They are float and double. First of all, let's declare a float variable. We type FLOAT and give a name for our variable. This time the name will be my number and it will be equal to 3.42 and symbol F. In floating point numbers, it's a must to declare the number with an F after the value. Alright, now let's print out our number and see what we get. We press S out, tab, and inside it we declare our my number. And let's run this. As you see here, we have got our value, the first float number. Next up, let's learn about another floating point primitive data type. This time I will be talking about double. First of all, let's remove all this code. And for double primitive data type, we start with D, simple D, or U, BLE, and give it a name. The name will be num1, which will be equal to 34.562, and we have to give a letter for this also, and it will be simple D. The primitive data type double is the only data type that can hold the most number of decimal places and the biggest values in a floating point. As you saw, we must declare it with a D. It's a must. Now let's print this number out. You type S out and press tab, and inside we use num1. And now let's print this out. As you can see here, we have got our output. It's the same as that, but without a D. It shows a number with decimal points. And that's it for a double primitive data type. Next up is the char data type. Let's see an example of a char data type. First of all, we remove all this code and close the console. Next, we type char and a name for the char value, which will be b, and single quotes a. We declare our first char value named b. What do you think that char values represent? Well, if you don't know, I will tell you. A char value represents an ASCII number, ASCII value in Java. It can be only one value. What is the ASCII value for the letter A? Let's see it right now. We declare char A equals 60 and 5. And let's print this example and see what we get. We type as S out and inside we put A, and let's print it out. Oh, as you can see here, the value 65 represents the letter A. The letter A's ASCII code is 65. Well, as you know, you can learn all the ASCII values from the website for ASCII values. Now next up is the last primitive data type, and as you know already, it's Boolean. First of all, let's remove all this code and refresh our console. Now let's talk about the Boolean data type. It's the last primitive data types in primitive data types of Java. First of all, we write B, simple B, OOLEN. We will give a name for a Boolean value. For it, I will give is Java fun, which will be equal to true. And let's print it out. S out is Java fun. And let's print it out now. We print as run primitive.main. Whoa, we got our answer, and it is true. Is Java fun is equals to true, and we got our answer as true. A Boolean value can be either true or false. Let's see a false value. We declare Boolean is swimming fun equals with false, and let's print out this and see our answer. In S out we type is swimming fun, and let's run this out and see our answer. We should be getting false. Yes, as you can see here, we got our answer, and it is false. Now let's write an example with a Boolean value. We write a if, and inside we write is Java fun and close it up with the parentheses, and here we'll write an S out and press tab, and inside we'll say yes, and let's run this out. As you can see here, we got yes. Why is that? Because the if block worked only because this was the is_Java fun value was true. If we made it false, we wouldn't be getting this answer. Okay, let's put it as false and see our answer. We typed it as false and now let's run it. As you can see here, we didn't get yes. That's because if is_Java fun is now false. I just gave you a simple introduction about primitive data types. There can be many complex things about primitive data types. I hope to tell it in another video. And you have joined me on this course till now, and I am very thankful for that. So let's see you in another video. Till then, goodbye.